Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Friday. Today I'm going to start talking about some more deeper topics because last week I did my video on self-consciousness and this week I think it kind of relates to that topic. So this is a real life subject, not like any of my other videos aren't real life, but it's more of a serious subject and I feel like it's really important to talk about because a lot of people struggle with it and don't know how to deal with it, or they need to realize that it's not good for their body. And so obviously from the title, I'm going to be talking about eating disorders. And basically I'm just going to talk about my experience. Disclaimer, you can call it what you want, I don't know. My eating disorder only lasted like 2 to 3 weeks for health issues. Obviously that sounds freaking stupid because you're obviously going to get health issues from not eating or putting nutrients into your body, but mine only lasted like 2 to 3 weeks because I have low blood sugar and low iron, so I was constantly feeling tired, shaky, dizzy. I basically couldn't move unless I walked really slowly because I just had no energy in me. I laid in bed a lot and I got really sick, so I was like, this isn't worth it, so why am I doing this to my body? I don't know. I'm not going to lose weight this way because I just feel sick and I can't do anything. So yeah, that was mine. You can say I had one, say I didn't. I don't care. I was on my way to having one. I'm glad I got over it. I'm glad I had those issues that I was like, okay, I can't do this to myself or my body is going to fail on me. So I guess I'm just going to start with telling you how I had mine or how I hit it, and then I'll go into more. So for me, it was probably like grade 10 or 11, I don't know. It was pretty easy for me because for years, since like grade 6, I had been making my own school lunches. So obviously when high school came around, my mom never like looked at what was in my lunch or anything. So it was really easy because I just didn't make a lunch, or I would be like, okay, I'm just gonna buy my lunch tomorrow at school from the cafeteria. Or if I knew we were having like a foods, because my last block of the day was foods class, so if I was like, okay, we're making this in foods, I'll just eat that for lunch or whatever. My mom never knew, where I would make something and take it and not eat it, or make something and forget it. So it was easy to avoid my parents while I had school because I would come home a lot of the days and my last class of the day would get out at like 3:25, so I was getting home at like 4:30, and my family used to eat really early because we all had extracurricular activities going on, so we would eat at like 5 o'clock, 5:15. So I would just come home and be like, Mom, I'm not really hungry for dinner because we made this so-and-so in food class, which was true, but now I'm too full for dinner, which was the lie. So she always believed it. It was obviously a little harder on weekends, but if nobody was home during the day, I would just be like, hey, I had this for lunch and I'm just not hungry for dinner, or I went out with this person, or I'm going out for dinner, when really I was just going over to a friend's house after dinner. So I found a way, but it was also easier for me because I only had like 2-3 weeks of making excuses. I think a lot of people have eating disorders because they want to lose weight. That is not the way. You're not going to lose weight by not eating. That's what went through my head. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just not going to eat food because like I'd always been a super self-conscious person about my body and stuff. And like I said in my last, I think it was my last video, my self-conscious one, I was talking about how my stepmom told me when I was like 12 years old that I was getting chubby and I better watch what I eat. And like my brother used to call me fat all the time, and I was always just super self-conscious. I was like, I don't want to be big. And plus, like, my mom's side of the family, a lot of people are pretty big on that side. So I was like, I don't want to be like that. And being in high school, obviously a lot of people around you are like super skinny and pretty, and I wanted to fit in and look like them. So I was like, I'm just not going to eat anymore. Like I said, luckily I had those health issues that made me realize, okay, this is not how to do it. I need these things in order to be able to function and go to school and not be sick all the time. Whereas like other people, I feel, I can't really say because I don't know for sure, but I feel like a lot of people go a lot longer without eating. they don't have those kind of like health issues. I could be wrong, but I know that a lot of people who try and lose weight by not eating, I think that they still try and exercise a little bit, which they're on the right track there. They just need to put the right nutrients in their body to get them to lose that weight, because if you're not eating, what are you trying to lose? There's nothing in you that you can lose. You're just going to lose your body, basically, because not eating, you're eventually going to look like skin and bones, which is not good. You're going to look sick all the time. Sure, you might look skinny, but not in a good way. And I know it's so hard because a lot of people who have eating disorders, they're already pretty thin, but they don't see it. And that's how I can relate, because I still don't think that I'm super thin, but I get told a lot of the time that I am. And I'm like, what are you seeing? It's not what I see in the mirror. But I think a lot of people need to realize how we see ourselves is not how other people see us. Everyone is able to pick out their own flaws so much easier than somebody else. For example, if you had a big pimple on your face and you thought it was like the size of Mount Everest, somebody might not even be able to see it. But then you're like, it's right there, it's so big. People are just like, oh no, can't see anything. So we need to remember that we look different to other people than we do to ourselves. We are our own worst critics. And it's so unfortunate that that is how life goes, but that's the way it is. So we need to remember that how other people see us is not how we see ourselves, and we need to try and put ourselves into their heads and see how they see us so that we can see ourselves in a better light. I just said I don't feel like I'm super thin, but with more and more people telling me, I'm like, oh, maybe I am. And I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, my whole life I've been a medium large in clothes. Now I'm like extra small. Mediums are baggy on me. So it's like, yes, I am thinner, and I guess people do see it. I think I look the same, if not worse than I did in high school, and which makes no sense because I fit into smaller clothes. But it's like we pick at all little things about our bodies that are wrong when nobody else can see them. So thinking we need to lose that weight, most likely don't. And and I know it's so hard to get that into somebody's head who thinks they're like that, because they're like, no, I'm like this. I can't be like this anymore. We have to just try and get into their heads that is not what they look like. They're already super thin. I would die to look like some of the people who have eating disorders before they had their disorder, you know? And I know it's so much more complicated than that, because if you've never had a mental illness or a disorder like that, you don't understand how hard it is to look on the opposite side. As long as we're there to support people and people try and reach out to people, then it should be okay, because there's so many things that they can do to get help. I'm going to leave a whole bunch of links down below of hotlines that people can talk to if they have no one else they feel like they can talk to. You guys can talk to me. You can message me personally on here. I have set up a personal email that you guys can email me if you want to. Or you guys can message me on Tumblr. I have my link on my page and down below. So there's always somebody to talk to. I personally think it's a lot easier to talk to people you've never met before and have kind of dealt with this similar thing. So I feel like this video really didn't make sense. That could be just me, I don't know, but basically I just wanted to tell my story and how I got over it. Mine was health related, so it kind of put me into the right mindset. But if somebody's watching this and they have an eating disorder and they don't know how to get over it, or need somebody to talk to listen to them, and that's what I want to be here for. You guys can talk to me, hotline, a friend, parents, teacher, whoever. Somebody will listen, somebody will care, and will want to help you. And you should love yourself, because I'm pretty sure I said this exact same thing in my last video, but you're you, and there's only one of you in the world, and somebody loves you out there. No matter if you're bigger, thinner, brown-eyed, blue-eyed, long, short hair, whatever, somebody will love you for who you are and will make you feel good about yourself no matter what. So don't try and change because you want to look like you're beautiful no matter what. So I feel like a lot of things I said in this video might be contradicting one another, but whatever. I just wanted to get my story out and be here for people, like I've said like 500 times already, so I'm just gonna stop talking. I really hope that if you do struggle with an eating disorder or something similar, that you do reach out and talk to somebody, whether it's me or the hotline or my email or a friend, whatever, somebody else on here in the comments, whatever it is. I hope you reach out, and I hope you start to feel happy about what you look like and with your body, and I hope you start to feel beautiful, because you are. Sure to like, comment, subscribe, give me suggestions for future videos that you would like me to talk about, and I would love to do that for you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next Friday.